everyone, we are Group 6 and we are assigned to report the topic Geology and Nonrenewable Mineral Resources. And today I am going to report rocks and minerals. The other subtopics will be reported to my group mates. So what is rocks? A rock is a solid collection of minerals. There are three main types of rock, which is sedimentary, igneous, and metamorphic. Let us first define sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are recycled rocks formed by the deposition of fragments of material or sediment that have been eroded and withered from other parent rocks. They often consist of sand, pebbles, minerals, and mud that's been removed from the land by erosion and carried by the rivers or blown by the wind and eventually deposited. This is an example of sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rocks make up about 3/4 of all rocks on the Earth's surface, the only rock that contain fossil. Sedimentary rocks can be made from minerals, crystals, and even organic materials such as bones, skeletons, shells, and plants. All sedimentary rocks form through 5 basic steps, which is withering, erosion, deposition, compaction, and lithification. Next is igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are formed by the cooling of a very hot molten material called magma, which originates deep inside the earth. There are two categories of igneous rocks, which is extrusive and intrusive. Igneous rock. The word igneous has been derived from Latin word ignis, which means fire. These rocks are associated with volcanic eruptions. The cooling and the solidification of lava at the Earth's surface results in the formation of extrusive igneous rocks, which are also known as volcanic rocks. The cooling and the solidification of magma at a depth within the Earth's crust results in the formation of rocks having large crystals known as intrusive igneous rocks. So, we have learned that there are two types of igneous rocks, which is the extrusive igneous rocks and the intrusive igneous rocks. The difference of the two are: extrusive igneous rocks are the cooling and the solidification of lava at the Earth's surface, while intrusive rocks is the cooling and solidification of magma at a depth within the Earth's crust. Next is metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks are rocks that have been changed by intense heat or pressure while forming. In the very hot and pressured conditions deep inside the Earth's crust, both sedimentary and igneous rocks can be changed into metamorphic rock. In certain conditions, these rocks cool and crystallize, usually into bands of crystals. There are two types of metamorphic rocks, or two types of metamorphism. First is contact metamorphism, and second is regional metamorphism. So contact metamorphism is an intrusion of magma forces of its way up through the layers of rocks. All of the existing rocks are going to be burned by the heat of the magma. Then it causes the change or metamorphize into something new, and the result is metamorphic rock. Second is regional metamorphism. Regional metamorphism is the pressure presses and squeezes the rocks and transform into something new. So regional metamorphism is caused by the extreme pressure. So metamorphic rocks form because of extreme heat and pressure. So we have also learned that each type of rocks has their own characteristics, their own ways of form, and their own ways to be identified.
So good day everyone, I am Ivy Nilagrama, and today I'm going to report about minerals. So this report is a continuation of Janice Ibruli's report about rocks and minerals. So let me start. What are minerals? So first, I'm going to define what is minerals. So a mineral is a naturally occurring inorganic solid with a definite chemical composition and an ordered atomic arrangement. This may seem a bit of a mouthful, but if you break it down, it becomes simpler. So mineral is a naturally occurring. Naturally occurring means it is not produced artificially. It means dili siya produce like and dili siya mahimo artificially. So it is natural, natural siya. Natural, it is natural. Then inorganic means it does not contain carbon from a living. So furthermore, minerals is a natural substance with distinctive chemical and physical properties, composition, and atomic structure. So minerals has chemical and physical properties, composition, and atomic structure. So these are examples of minerals. There are some of the examples of minerals. Feldspar, quartz, mica, halite, calcite, amphibole. So physical properties of minerals. Hardness means resistance to scratch. Tenacity means resistance to impact. Specific gravity means relative density. Cleavage is the tendency of some crystals to split along planes of the weakest atomic bonding. Magnetism, electrical conductivity, acid reactivity. So next, let's go to classification of minerals. Minerals are divided into two categories, primary minerals and secondary minerals. Minerals created by volcanic process, so created by volcanic process, and minerals are found in earth crust, which involves the cooling of liquid materials called magma, having classified as primary. So materials called magma is called primary minerals, whereas those formed by other processes have been classified as secondaries. So katong uban nga nahimo like sa volcanic processes is called secondary minerals. So primary minerals such as olivine, anorthite, and hornblende had entirely decomposed, and the byproducts are combined to create secondary minerals. So different types of minerals. These are different types of minerals. Metallic minerals. Metallic minerals have a lustrous appearance and a chemical composition that includes metals. These minerals have the potential to be used as a metal source and can be mined. Metallic minerals include the following. Metallic minerals include manganese, iron ore, and bauxite, which are classified as ferrous or non-ferrous. Non-ferrous minerals are those that do not contain iron, while ferrous minerals do. So minerals are metallic minerals used as metal source and can be mined. So metallic minerals include manganese, iron ore, and bauxite, which are considered ferrous and non-ferrous. Next. Non-metallic minerals. Minerals that have a non-metallic sheen or shine to them are known as non-metallic minerals. So, ang non-metallic minerals is wala daw siya sheen or shine. Their chemical composition does not contain any extractable metals. Non-metallic minerals include limestone, gypsum, and mica. For example, bauxite ore is found largely on worn rocks. In some areas, bauxite deposits can be found in volcanic rocks. So, there are further about minerals. So, the definition of an economic mineral is broader. and includes minerals, metals, rocks, and hydrocarbons, solid and liquid, that are extracted from the earth by mining, quarrying, and pumping. So let's go to economic minerals. Economic minerals are used in a wide range of applications related to construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and energy supply. So economic minerals is muna ni siya katong gipanggamit sa construction, sa manufacturing, agriculture, and energy supply. Economic minerals include energy minerals, metals, construction minerals, and industrial minerals. So, energy minerals are used to produce electricity, fuel for transportation, heating for homes and offices, and in the manufacture of plastics. Energy minerals include coal, oil, natural gas, and uranium. So these are the examples of energy minerals. Next, metals. Metals have a wide variety of uses. So daghan siyang gamit. For example, iron as steel is used in cars for frames of buildings. Copper is used in electrical wiring, and aluminum is used in aircraft and to make drink cans. Precious metals are used in jewelry and mobile phones. So dahang gamit ang metals. Like sa example nga iron, magamit siya sa steel para sa cars and for buildings, and copper is used for electrical wiring, and aluminum is magamit siya for aircraft and to make drink cans. Next, construction minerals. Construction minerals include sand and gravel, brick, clay, and crushed rock aggregates. They are used in the manufacture of concrete, bricks, and pipes, and in building houses and roads. So construction minerals, muna siya katong mga graba, mga balas, mga brick, clay, nagigamit sa construction para sa balay. Yes, muna siya construction minerals. So let's go to industrial minerals. Industrial minerals are non-metallic minerals used in a range of industrial applications, including the manufacture of chemicals, glass, fertilizers, and fillers in pharmaceuticals, plastics, and paper. Industrial minerals include salt, clays, limestone, silica, and phosphate rock, talc, and mica. So minerals, ang minerals is dili lang siya katong gikan sa mga volcanic, like katong mga bato-bato. Ang minerals pwede po siya katong mga glass, salt, clays, limestone, mga silica sand, phosphate rock, and talc, mica. These are called industrial minerals. So that's all for my report.
Good day everyone, my name is Jim Morale from Group 6, and today I discuss to you about the rock cycle. What is rock cycle? Basically, is the transition among the main three types of rock, which are metamorphic, igneous, and sedimentary rock. Each of the rock can be altered when they are forced out equilibrium condition. The rock cycle describes how the three rock types are interrelated and how the process changes from one to another over time. It's basically a process of long-term or million years of process of rock, the metamorphic, igneous, and sedimentary rock. Igneous rock cycle process. When the rock are pushed deep under the surface, they can melt into the magma. If the condition of the magma to remain liquid are no longer present, they are cooled and incorporate into the igneous rock. A rock that cooled in the earth is called intrusive. or plutonic, and it's cooled very slow to produce coarse grain texture such as rock granite. Igneous rock process. Ito ay nakaganap sa volcanic activity. Kapag ang magma umabot na sa surface ng Earth, yun ay tatawagin ng lava or extrusive rock. Pero kung ang magma hindi naman ito nakabot ng surface, ito ay tatawagin ng intrusive or plutonic, kung saan nabubuo ang granite. Sedimentary rock cycle process. Rock exposed to the atmosphere and bravely unstable and subject to weathering and erosion. Abrasion and erosion break down the original rock into the smaller piece and remove dissolved material. Sedimentary rock cycle. Basically, kung saan ang malaking bato ay lumiliit o nadudurog dahil sa continuous weathering and erosion. Next, metamorphic rock cycle process. Metamorphic rock can change physically and chemically to form a different rock under the high pressure and temperatures. Regionally, metamorphism refers to the effect on the large rock massive over the large area, usually associated with the mountain formation event and erogenic belts. And now, I discuss the flow of rock cycle. From the magma, after the volcanic activity, they release a igneous rock. And then, when the rock exposed to the weathering and erosion, they will be transported and depositioned into the sedimentation. After sedimentation of compaction and cementation, they create a sedimentary rock. And then, when sedimentary rock exposed to the high temperature and pressure, they create a metamorphic rock. And then, when metamorphic rock reach the deeper molten crust and mantle of the earth, they will be melting process to create a magma. Thank you for watching and listening for my discussion. If you have a question, comment down below. Thank you.
So, good day everyone. Our topic was all about environmental impacts of non-renewable energy sources. So, let me talk about what is non-renewable energy sources and types of non-renewable energy sources. So, what is non-renewable energy sources? A non-renewable sources is a natural resources that cannot be readily replaced by natural means at a pace quick enough to keep up with consumption. An example is carbon-based fossil fuels. So, this type of non-renewable energy sources is we humans use it to our daily basis, but it cannot be used long-lasting because it only have a limited supply. So, hani siya ang non-renewable diri ta makakuha og muni siya ang atong kanang makuhaan og kanang para energy, pero dili siya sustainable, like limited limited supply, unlike sa renewable resources. So next is, in the United States and other many countries, most energy sources for doing work are non-renewable energy sources such as petroleum, hydrocarbon gas liquids, natural gas, coal, and nuclear energy. So, there are types of non-renewable energy sources. There are 4 types of non-renewable energy sources such as oil, natural gas, coal, and nuclear energy. So, you can see in the other side, picture all about non-renewable energy sources. So, these types of non-renewable energy sources, we can see na two fossil fuels or oils, coal, nuclear energy, natural gas kay makakuha ta dira og energy. So kani siya nga energy kay very important or very gamit kayo for our daily lives, since ang problem is it cannot be used sustainability. So that's all. Thank you.
Good day, sir, and my classmates. Our subtopic is all about environmental effects of using non-renewable mineral resources. This report is the continuation of Miss Yuli's report. So, this report is I will be discussing the advantages and disadvantages of non-renewable energy. These are the advantages of non-renewable energy. Non-renewable resources are high in energy. Resources such as coal and oil tend to provide us more energy in comparison to renewable energy such as solar or wind energy. So, example of solar energy is rooftop solar, and wind energy is one of the example is battery charging. Huge profits can be generated in the mining of coal, selling of oil, or the construction of natural gas pipelines. So we can get more profits through mining of carbon. So pwede man ni nato siya nga mabaligya atong makwartahan. These resources are easy to use whether in a home or anywhere else. So easy to use ra ni siya even sa atong panimalay or bisan asa. 4. Consumers can find non-renewable resources at a very cost-effective price. So, makapangita ang mga consumer nga dili mabag-o kay epektibo kaayo ang presyo. For some people, new machines and other energy sources cannot replace their traditional minerals like coal and oil. So, it is also termed as traditional energy. So maong ginatawag siya og traditional energy because dili makapuli sa ilang tradition or culture nga mga mineral like carbon and oil. Let's proceed to number 6. Non-renewable energy is easily found anywhere and everywhere. This implies that they can be conveniently moved across the world. The people living in areas that are not easily approachable can make use of non-renewable energy. So, ang dili mabag-o nga energy, dali nga makit-an bisan asa. It means that it's so easy to transfer in the whole world. Most importantly, non-renewable resources are job creating. Extracting, transporting, and refining are the parts of non-renewable sources that provide employment. So, labaw sa tanan, ang non-renewable resources mao ang pagmugna-mugna sa trabaho. Last, most of the non-renewable sources are also very easy to store. Let's proceed to disadvantages. So, these are the disadvantages of non-renewable energy. One of the major disadvantages of non-renewable energy is that it is time-consuming. Mining of coal, searching for oil, installing oil drills, building oil rigs, inserting pipes to extract, and the transportation of natural gases are very time-consuming processes. They also take a lot of effort. So, this is the one of the major disadvantage kay ang pag-usik sa panahon. It takes too much effort sa pag-mining. So, in this way is kani siya nga pamaagi kay mag-effort jud ka kaayo ani aron imuhang makuha ang gusto nimong kuhaon sa pinaagi sa pag-mining. Okay? Non-renewable energy can be dangerous and cause respiratory problems to humans because sources like fossil fuels emit gases such as carbon monoxide. Sources like coal, oil, and natural gas release a large amount of carbon dioxide when burned. As a result of these chemicals, they are rapidly destroying the ozone layer. So, coal, oil, and natural gas can produce carbon dioxide kung masunog. This is one of the main reason nga maguba ang atoang ozone layer. Oxides like sulfur oxide and others released while burning fossil fuels may convert the rain in acidic rain which is harmful to the wildlife as well as human beings. So ang acidic nga ulan is makadaot sa wildlife ug sa mga tawo kay mas spread man siya inig during rainy seasons. So let's proceed to 5. Because non-renewable energy takes billions of years in their formation, they are slowly but gradually vanishing from the earth. Using non-renewable resources indiscriminately without thinking for our future generations would be selfish. So, kani siya is mag-anam-anam rani og kawala sa ato nga soil. Many non-renewable sources release smog which envelops the buildings and other important things. Mostly in modern cities, people complain about the same. Black smog can make your building and other property upper dark and dirty. So, ang mga smog is makakos og dirty sa ato nga buildings, and then the people will complain that sometimes it may be risky as huge cargo ships and oil tankers while transporting oil crash and the content gets spilled in the sea or elsewhere. It can be deadly for the sea animals and human beings who may come in contact with it. So sometimes danger pod siya if ang mga asyete sa carbon is mayabo sa dagat or bisan asa. This is one of the reason also nga mamatay ang isda o ang mga tawo nga makontak niini. To keep the power station working every time, we need to keep a huge amount of fuel in reserve. This can be expensive and occupy a lot of space. Not only to other people, but the workers who are working in coal mines or oil drills are also prone to a number of health risks. As a result, there are a large number of diseases, injuries, and even deaths. In conclusion, there are both positive and negative aspects of non-renewable energy. It is important to take the right action in order to make the world a better place for future generations. So, dili lamang sa mga tawo, apan sa mga trabahante sa minahan sa carbon ang mapeligro sa kahimsog. So, there's a lot of sakit nga ilahang pwedeng makuha sa pagmina. Ang uban kay nangasamad, ang uban kay nangamatay, or ana. So, kinahanglan po nato is, it is better to choose a right action for a future generation. So, dapat is, ito i-double check kung goods ba na siya or dili inana. So, let's proceed to global impact of non-renewable energy. It is commonly understood that the burning of fossil fuels has a harmful effect on the environment, and it is also responsible for global warming and climate changes. Along with this, nuclear materials are also associated with risk because their radioactive nature makes them toxic. So, ang pagsunog sa mga fossil fuel adunay makadaot nga epekto sa pag-init sa kalibutan. So, ang pagbag-o pod sa ato ang klima. Also, besides the environmental effect of fossil fuels, it is also causes damages to the economy. Due to this reason, the demand and supply of these resources are always questioned. The cost to obtain these energies is continuous rising, and suppliers and consumers are finding it difficult to deliver and utilize these resources. Eventually, the rising price ends the users' affordability, and consumers are forced to use other alternatives. So, also, makadaot sa atong ekonomiya. Okay? Ang uban nga mga consumer, ma-force sila sa paggamit sa lain nga alternatibo. So, let's proceed to another. So, impacts of non-renewable energy resources. So, there are 3 impacts: greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide, o methane. First is greenhouse gases. Cause climate change by trapping heat, and they also contribute to respiratory disease from smog and air pollution. Extreme weather, food supply disruptions, and increased wildfires are other effects of climate change caused by greenhouse gases. So, hinungdan sa pagbag-o sa klima, pinagi sa pagtrap sa kainit. So, mauto siya ang greenhouse. Nagkadaghang sunog sa mga kalasangan, maoy epekto sa pagbag-o sa atong klima sa mga greenhouse gas. So, let's proceed to carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, when fossil fuels are burned, they release large amounts of carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas, into the air. Greenhouse gases trap heat into our atmosphere, causing global warming. Kung masunog ang fossil fuel, is daghang carbon, makaproduce siya daghan nga mga carbon. Ang mga gas sa greenhouse mubitik sa kainit sa atong atmosphere, maoy hinungdan sa pag-init sa atong kalibutan. So, muna siya causing global warming. Methane is released into the atmosphere before it is burned. Is harmful to the environment because it is able to trap heat in the atmosphere. Methane contributes to climate change. So, before di ay nga ma-release ang methane is sa atong atmosphere, is before siya ma-burn, is maka-harmful siya sa atong environment. So, makakontribute pod ang methane o climate change sa ato ang environment. So, that's all my report. This is Rosalie Tabanaw. Thank you very much for watching. God bless and stay safe.